Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to the second round of the Gibraltar Darts Trophy 2017. We are going to get the action underway. Our first match featuring players from England and Spain. Please welcome first the man from England, twice a World Championship participant playing in his 13th European Tour event. He is Ruthless James Richardson! And James's opponent, he hails from Tenerife in Spain. 2 9-darters on the Pro Tour already on his conto. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the Spartan, Cristo Reyes! And your referee for the first two matches, Mr. Kirk Bevins.
Day 2 of the Gibraltar Darts Trophy. And Cristo Reyes kicks things off, the man from Tenerife, on his closest professional darts tournament, hoping to make an impact on the European Tour, having kept running into the top seeds, Michael van Gerwen and Peter Wright. This time in van Gerwen's absence, Reyes not in the section of the draw of either of those players. Peter Wright is here and he will be in action this evening, as will Menso Suljovic, Gerwin Price, James Wade, Kim Hybrecht, Simon Whitlock. This afternoon we've got 8 matches. Players looking to book their place in tomorrow's last 16, where the tournament will be played all the way down to a winner. And someone will leave Gibraltar with £25,000 in their pocket. Reyes against Richardson, 2 men who can deal with temperature. Rob Malarkey, because one of them is from Tenerife and the other one is partial to a Vindaloo.
Very good, Chris.
Yes, gentlemen. First leg, it's Cristo to throw first. Game on!
Yeah, hot stuff to start things off here in Gibraltar on day 2. It's the day when the seeds join the fray. Cristo Reyes seeded 15 this weekend, and prior to last weekend, the only 2 players to have beaten him on the European Tour this year were Michael van Gerwen and Peter Wright, so it was a bit of a surprise to see him lose to the qualifier from Germany, Ulf Seder.
131.
Reyes averaged only 83 that day, awful on his doubles, 3 from 20. But you suspect Reyes will have put that behind him. He has to.
180.
Focus on the here and now once again, and Reyes takes out the first 180 of the match.
Yeah, hot darts already from the Spaniard. Looking to go back to back in this first leg.
180.
Wonderful stuff. Making sure our match official Kirk Bevins is awake and ready.
140. Cristo, you require 41.
And the potential for an 11-dart leg. Double 16 would secure that.
25.
Well, he's gone for the wrong double.
You require 130.
He realises his mistake now.
I thought he'd missed by a long way the first time, but actually he went for the wrong bed. And he could be punished. He really could.
Well, this would really hurt if he finds the bullseye, and he has found the bullseye.
Richardson.
And that is, well, he's got a right smile on his face, Cristo Reyes, but he won't be seeing the funny side if he goes on to lose this match, Chris. That was, well, unfortunate, but also by the same token, very careless indeed.
Yeah, 41 he had. Went for the big 9, which left 32. That's double 16. He's taken aim at double 8. As I said, it wasn't sure if he just missed by a long way with the first start, but he plonked it alongside it into the bed.
97.
And after back-to-back 180s in that leg as well, it was all set up for Reyes very nicely indeed. But
140.
Richardson still had to satisfy his side of the equation, and he duly did with a 130 checkout.
Yeah, a real pickpocket shot from James Richardson. Wonderful start to the day though, 2 180s in the first leg and a 130 checkout.
Yep. Setting the benchmark, these two, for the rest of the day. So the 16 seeds joining the 16 players to have come through the first round yesterday, the 16 players who came through qualifying and then the first round yesterday. Richardson opening his account with a fairly comfortable and convincing win over young Matthew Dennett. Then didn't really do himself any favours yesterday by hitting 1 from 15 on his doubles, and he averaged less than 80 as well.
100.
But again, Richardson still had to do his work on the board. And Richardson looking good here to back up that early break
57.
with
Change
the
your
hold of
40.
throw here. Tops then for a 2-0 lead.
20.
Well,
Christo, you require 150.
Well, this would feel like Reyes felt in the first leg. If he can take this out, which he could, not anymore.
99. James, you require 20. Game shot on the second leg, James Richardson. Third leg, it's Christo to throw first. Game on.
yeah, that was a chance maybe for
96.
Reyes to right the wrongs of the first leg, but Richardson stayed focused and stayed true, and
140.
does indeed establish a 2-0 lead.
Christo Reyes actually lost his last 3 darts matches. Defeats to Gary Anderson in the 3rd round
47.
of Players' Championship 9. He lost in the 1st round the following day in Wigan to Paul Nicholson, before that defeat that you mentioned to Ulf Seder
60.
at the European Darts Grand Prix. Before that, he had this incredible run of losing to whoever went on to win the tournament, and for a spell of about 6 weeks, his Twitter feed was, again, I've lost to the guy that won it.
100.
That's his 3rd match. Let's see if this time it can bear fruit.
Yeah, the 180
100.
count is already ticking over very nicely. If you're in that particular market for this opening match, then you might be already on the way to the payout counter. Won't be one here.
138.
Unless there's another miscount from Christo, which...
Yeah. Double 10. It's not double 10, Christo.
140. Christo, you require 40.
This time it looks like he's going for the right bed.
So double 10.
30.
And he's inside the wire once
Adrian
more,
Moore,
and
61.
Richardson with another chance to steal this 3rd leg. 45 remaining, I think that hit the 16. Yep. So 16.
45.
Reprieve for Reyes. Can he make it count? He's only going to get 1 more dart.
And it's at double 2.
8 scored.
Well,
It's just not his day so far,
the
is it?
ultimate irony is at the time he went for the double that he didn't need, he hit it. Since then, he's not been able.
Game shot
James
on the 3rd
Richardson
leg.
has.
James Richardson. 4th leg, it's James to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, nice little cushion to work with there, just deflecting off those first 2 and
60.
smooth the path. But yeah, Reyes, he's not played badly at all here so far, and he's 3-0 down.
Well, he's had 3 180s and Richardson's got 3 legs.
100.
Strange match. Made 2 quarterfinals on the Pro Tour this year, has Christo Reyes. One was in the UK Open qualifiers. There's a 180 for Richardson. The other was at a Players' Championship event in Barnsley, the first of the year. He lost 6-5 to James Wade in that one, having beaten
100.
Sulovic by the same score in the previous round.
43.
Made his debut in the World Grand Prix last year as well. With, again, a helping hand from his performances in the Pro Tour. Back-to-back runs to the quarterfinals of Players' Championship at 15 and 16. Effectively sealed his World Grand Prix debut.
140.
Went down to Kyle Anderson in Dublin eventually.
Yeah, he's just inside the top 32 in the main order of merit, Christo Reyes. One of just
85.
trio of players to
James
be in the
requires
top 32,
78.
having not won a PDC title of any kind.
58. Christo, you require 116.
Many people think he may be the next to add his name to that roll of honour. Just wants to get a leg on the board right now. Richardson
100. James, you require
facing
20.
the prospect of a 4-leg cushion.
It's a great marker. Yeah, he's used it very
Shot
well.
on the 4th leg, James Richardson.
Yeah,
5th leg, it's Christo to throw first. Game on.
embellishing what you've just said there as well. Reyes, only this year he's starting to find himself an automatic entry into these European Tour events. He had to go through qualifying last year in the main. In fact, all of the events that he qualified for all the events in Europe that he played in were via qualifying, but didn't really make much of an impression. He suffered 4 first-round defeats in Europe last year, including one here in Gibraltar, where he went down 6-1 to Christian Kiss. Another 180 for Cristo Reyes. Can he make it count in this particular leg?
Look, it's a high standard. He's playing as well as anybody did yesterday. Steve Beaton with an average of about
that, yeah.
What Cristo Reyes is hitting now, although it's going north of 100 now.
100.
But he's yet to go beyond the 3rd round in a Euro Tour event. He came close in Mulheim a couple of years ago when he pushed Mervyn King all the way in the last 16.
121.
Helped, of course, by the fact he is seeded, so he's straight into the 2nd round anyway. Let's see if Reyes can seal the deal here. He may well do. Double 18 he wants.
103.
And once again, he's inside the wire. Just not happening on the doubles when he gets the chances today, Cristo Reyes. Will return, though.
He'll be back. A lot of players like that route, using the ball to start with, but the problem is if you go for double 18 and miss it, then you're on the dodgy double 9, which Reyes has thought better of. Now, we know he can hit double 8s. This time, it'll count, but he hasn't made it count.
160.
Well, this is becoming a problem for Cristo Reyes. It's
requires 60.
Beginning to really threaten to derail his campaign here. Can't afford to miss this one, and he hasn't.
I think it's James to throw first.
Throws his hands to the air.
We mentioned it yesterday about
100
being the master of kind of glorious defeats, and I think Cristo Reyes has kind of fitted that bill pretty well over the last year or so. None more so than that World Championship 2nd round match against Michael van Gerwen, where Reyes averaged over 106 in a 4-2 defeat to the world number 1. At the time, that was the highest ever losing average at Alexandra Palace in the World Championship, although Raymond van Barneveld went on to supersede it in the semi-finals.
Yeah.
That's really where he made his biggest impact, when he appeared on the PDC circuit, knocking out the likes of Wes Newton and Kevin Painter before taking a set off Gary Anderson in his first appearance there. And his run at his first World Championship was enough to get him into
133
automatic tour card places as well.
Well, he won't have been under any illusions about the task that he was facing today. Richardson
170
is a very accomplished player since he joined the PDC circuit, secured his tour card in January of last year. Has made 1 quarter-final appearance on the Pro Tour this year. He made the last 8 of the 8th Players' Championship event last month. Beat Robert Thornton, let's not forget, in qualifying for this as well. Comfortable yesterday
60
against Matthew Dennants.
You require 65.
Averaged only 85, but it was more than enough. Tops then for Reyes to get another leg on the board.
45.
Right, and this is a key shot of the match coming up. This goes, you think it's very hard for Reyes to get back into it. If it doesn't,
he's left with 60. It's hit treble 8 instead. So 20.
64. Cristo, you require 20.
Tops.
Game shot on the 6th leg. Cristo Reyes.
Yeah, breathing a little here now after that one went in. I think it would have been Curzon's had he missed out on that particular leg, but it's another leg on the board.
Game on.
It wouldn't have been his game plan to give James Richardson a 4-leg head start, but like you say, we'll be feeling a little bit more comfortable and hopeful now.
He's got a break back, but he needs another. And he's
108
kicking off very nicely here as well.
Well, that's 5 180s in this match.
Nothing wrong with his approach play so far today.
Certainly not.
Earlier on in this match, he had problems with his doubles, but he's looking to get another 180 on the board here. 6 perfect darts for Cristo Reyes.
Well, Cristo Reyes has hit a couple of 9-dart finishes on the Pro Tour in his career already. The last time one was hit on the European Tour was right here in Gibraltar.
A collective groan around the Victoria Sports Hall here in Gibraltar as the dream once again comes to a shuddering halt.
I was already starting to worry about how loud can it get, because we are pretty close to the
121.
Don't want to be blamed for putting a player off double 12 for a 9.
But a hush descends once more. Tops then for Reyes for 4-3.
18.
Well,
Change you require 140.
Well, 130 was a sucker punch earlier on. 140 is not going to follow, so all of a sudden, we really do have a game on our
100.
hands.
So you require 40.
Mrs. Tops again. Double 10
Shot
this
the
time.
7th leg, Christo Reyes. 8th leg is James to throw first.
Well,
Game
back-to-back
on.
180s in the first leg, which he lost. Back-to-back 180s in the 7th.
100.
The difference being he won that leg, and suddenly 4-0 becomes 4-3, and James Richardson is looking in his rear view mirror, and he is seeing Christo Reyes moving into the outside lane and threatening to overtake him here.
96.
He's just looking a little bit rattled here. James Richardson, all of a
83.
sudden a very different emphasis on this game now.
Yeah, 4 straight legs for Richardson, followed by 3 on the spin for Reyes.
And he's
hunting down his 7th max here.
140.
Doesn't happen, but it's a very good display, isn't it, from Christo Reyes?
Oh, it's a good response. I mean, he needed something. Many players would have
60.
just buckled there, but we've seen it time and time again on the European Tour. Christo Reyes, he's a real fighter. That first 9 average from Reyes, 120.
45.
Very, very healthy stats indeed. Like I said earlier, nothing wrong with his approach play. Let down by his doubles earlier on, but he seems to
140.
have rectified all that. Richardson's not done with just yet, though. This is on his throw, by the way. And Reyes, well, struggling to get down to a finish of any sort here.
Well,
81.
Richardson himself.
Change you require 118.
Let's just see if he can take this 118 out, because it can change everything once again. Double top is the target.
Game
And he's
shot
found
the
it.
8th leg.
I was
James
just going to say, Richardson
I think
himself
it's Christo to throw
is in the
first.
opposite position
Game
in
on.
Starbrook, 5 zip down to go in price. Roared back, literally roared back, roared every single shot that he hits,
180.
which included some of those, and got it back to 5-all before losing in the last leg decider.
100.
7 maxes for Christo Reyes. He's already set up the 9-dart attempt once, but he's not going to do it again.
70.
And that's a bad 70, isn't it, with the first dart in
Yeah.
the 60.
Yeah, 6-5 to go in price
39.
in the German Darts Open. Another second round defeat last time out in Sindelfingen last weekend as well against Peter Wright. No disgrace losing to the UK Open champion at the moment, the way he's playing.
125.
Yeah, so an exit here would kind of be par for the course. James Richardson. Reyes tends to go one better, although it involves winning 1 match apiece
60.
because of the seeding.
So you require
Also,
126.
16 seeded players only joining the action today. 126. Is he going to go for it? Well, he has to now because he's found the treble, which means double
Shot
6.
the 9th leg. Christo Reyes. So I think it's James to throw first. Game on.
And a reminder as well that even, well, if Reyes does lose this match, he'll get the prize money, but it won't
100.
count on his ranking.
Yeah, good point, because that's important for the players that are in the lower seeding places, because they could easily drop out
100.
and have to turn up on the Fridays.
I think it would be fairer if they received £1,000 if you like,
84.
for the ranking. Class it as a first round defeat. I think many players would suggest that was a happier compromise. But anyway, the rules are
60.
what they are.
Yeah,
It leaves people like James Wade looking over their shoulders as well. He's suffered a couple of early defeats this year on the European.
140.
Yeah, I know Simon Whitlock's the number 3 seed, but he's had a couple in the last couple of tournaments as well. In fact, no, the one before was...
Alan Norris, another one.
Yep. He's playing 3rd game today against Matt Clark, Superman. In between that is
100.
Darryl Gurney against Darren Webster.
Well, Richardson here, in very rude
89.
health indeed. 5-4 he leads, and he's down to 88, and Reyes just needs to apply any sort of pressure. Very capable of doing just that. Could do with another treble here,
140.
and he's got it.
Change you
Well,
require
7
88.
180s for Christo Reyes in this match. Is it about to be another one of those glorious defeats that we mentioned earlier on?
Well, 68 away. So bullseye for Richardson.
63.
Will he return?
So you require 101.
For this to stay alive and actually get the advantage for the first time in the match, because he'd have the throw in the decider and he's going to get a dart. Now, double 16.
Christo.
85.
Chance gone.
Change your advance,
Advantage Richardson
45.
once again to set up a meeting with either Mensur Sulovic or Alan Tabben in the third round tomorrow.
17.
The agony goes on though, Chris.
It
does.
16.
You think that Cristo Reyes deserves the chance to go and win this match with the performance he's put on, although it was a mess of his own making to start with. Don't know how much it mentally affected him,
Game shot
but
on the
he's
10th
found
leg, Cristo Reyes.
the double that started off all his problems.
Final leg is Cristo to
And
throw
now it's
first.
a one-leg shootout for that last 16
Game
spot
on.
against Sulovic or Tabben. Having done all the hard work to get back into it, Reyes goes off 41, and you can just
60.
see a cagey start here. Any treble is going to be like gold dust. Gold dust. And Reyes has found a couple of them there.
$140.
Very much in the balance this one. Reyes looking to steal a march on his opponent here. Could have done without that.
80.
And that's chance for Richardson to steal the darts here. A 140
83.
would make it very interesting indeed, but didn't really fully capitalise there.
Yeah, I think that was bad luck. The final dart just went the wrong side of the one that already sat in the treble 20 bed and found its way into the treble 1. Oh,
40.
and a bit of bad fortune now for Reyes. So Richardson has the advantage here.
100.
Okay, well, it is Richardson who is on the finish first. Reyes doesn't want any more points on the floor.
Well,
He
that's
took
asking the
100.
question. He took
Change
this
your
shot out, didn't
118.
he? In leg 8. Yeah, I thought he might stay there, but he's not going to get himself a
60.
dart at double. So Reyes
Cristo
wants
require
100
100.
to turn around this match. 4-0 down. Can he win through 6-5?
Well, he's going the right way about it. Topsy once,
Game shot. Man the match.
and he
Cristo
seals it
Reyes.
with a 17 dart leg. And having trailed 4-0 in that match, it's Cristo Reyes who marches into round 3, where he will face either Mensur Sulovic or Alan Tabben. James Richardson with missed match darts opportunities in the 10th leg at bull and double 8, punished devastatingly by Reyes in the decider. Ruthless James Richardson, not ruthless enough in this one. And it's Reyes who marches on once again. The number 15 seed is through. He declines the offer and the invitation to speak to our MC with his limited English. And we will see more of him tomorrow. On the way next, we've got Daryl Gurney and Darren Webster.
Ruthless James Richardson.